Forget about the world Hello, everyone. Welcome to this wonderful Tuesday cast of CEA Invite League. Right here, we got two wonderful teams in University of Florida and Ontario Tech University. And my name is Bonsai, joined here by my lovely co-caster Coinman.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. And tonight we have quite a game going for y'all. So, just getting the map bans going down. We got Coastline Cafe, Villa, and Clubhouse getting banned out, and then the actual map pick's going to be University of Florida picking Consulate, with them attacking, and then Ontario picking Border, and then attacking as well on their own map. So both of these teams attacking on their own maps, and actually these two teams met up back in the first half of the split, and I believe these were actually the same exact maps, and they tied. So I'm curious to see if it's going to end in a tie here again.
Yeah, it was a tie that was a 6-6-6-6 of all things, so
Yeah.
we're probably in for the long haul tonight, if
Oh, for
anything.
sure. And tonight's starting rosters, you're gonna see you're on the side of Florida, you're gonna see Spooks, Glib, Perfect, Ewoks, and I believe Prod's Scurry is the Florida roster. Actually, Prod Scurry is gonna be Ontario. I apologize. It's gonna be Spooks. Well, but as far as it's going to be on the side of Ontario, it's going to be Keldev, Hurlshire, Helmet, Jam the Music, and then I believe last one is going to be, yep, it's Prods. It's gonna be Prods, I believe, is the last one from Ontario. And Unks is Kunk.
Kunk?
Trying to get confirmation on how to actually say his name. The Kunk is what we're going with. Yeah,
The
yeah.
singular Kunk.
The singular Kunk. But yeah. It is a toss up because we are waiting on one player each from both of these teams, so we won't know until the last person joins. But that is no worry for us, as we will be able to cast a wonderful game regardless. And want to give a shout out to our sponsors while we're here waiting. We got three sponsors going for this league at this time. We got Corsair, which is actually a new sponsor this season. We got Corsair sponsoring, helping out with the prize pool, and also doing a bunch of different giveaways, as many of you have seen in the Discord throughout the entire season. We got What's New.gg, which is an amazing apparel store, which actually will be having some stuff up from CEA dropping sometime earlier this month. And also, they have
Earlier this month.
some of the actual teams in this league actually have some merch on there, so that's pretty cool. And then also we have our ever so favorite returning sponsor, which is, as everyone knows, Rogue Energy. And just to let you all know, again, the code is CEA at checkout for that nice 10% at your checkout. I know it's getting a midterm season here, so
Ha,
get some
you
Rogue
fool.
Energy, get some energy.
We're on break.
Oh yeah.
Aha!
Uh-huh. But I'm on break as well, and it's great because it means I don't have to do homework for an entire week, and it's wonderful. But
See, the difference is we're on quarters, so that means our midterms were 4 weeks ago.
yeah, we're on semesters. We're just in the middle of spring
Ah,
break, and
see,
it's wonderful.
that's your fault. You're on semesters.
Yeah, it works. That's all that matters. But
That's
things
what
I'm
it
looking
wants you
forward
to
to this
think.
things I'm looking forward to this match though is that Keldev is actually a sub for Ontario's, and he's actually coming in to sub for one of the Ontario guys. I'm not quite sure who yet, but he is subbing in tonight. And I haven't seen him play this season, unfortunately, as the time that my team, George Mason, faced him, he was not one of the players as they had their full roster at that time. But he did play last season, and he does have some pop off moments. But the person who I'm really looking forward to actually seeing is either I think Zayshack if he is coming, or it's going to be Helmet because both of those people actually have pretty nutty aim. It's me Prod's coming back. Okay. Okay, so Prods is going to be the last one, and he actually has some nutty aim as well. All of these guys have pretty nutty aim, but definitely two people to look out for is going to be Helmet and Prods. And Keldev, if he's on operators, not in the support category, he will be nutty. Um, but and
Yeah,
then on the side of Florida,
yeah. I
Florida,
have no idea what role he's gonna be in, and I'm
yeah,
very excited to see where that will end.
yeah, for sure. And then as far as Florida goes, I remember Perfect being pretty poggy, and then also Spooks being the same, but. many teams have many different ways to play, and it'll all come down to actually how this goes down because clearly last time we saw these two teams, they tied. So even in strength, it's going to be who gets who's improved more since their original meeting.
Yeah, and with the replacement and the sub on tech side, that may be exactly what turns the tables in either way. Just that slight difference, maybe what pulls it. And as mentioned, I haven't been here for a hot minute, so this will be exciting to see all these fresh looks.
For sure. And also, as we were saying earlier, the first map is going to be Consulate, and Consulate is a map that is very much dependent on if you can actually get into the like verticality kind of, I guess with the exception of second floor. Second floor, it's very dependent on how quickly you can get control of that admin side for the most part.
Yep.
Because it used to be the meta, you just kind of swing, you try to like just invert repel on the console windows, get a few kills, smoke it, and go in. Now that people have kind of wisened up to that whole plan, they gotta find other ways to get in. So most people at this point are either going up spiral, or they're going up yellow, or they're going up admin. Admin is the most common one, I think, in my opinion. A lot of people choose to go admin there, and then try to get control of projector and long desk and push it into site that way. And it's going to be entirely dependent on how well each of these teams can actually defend that side on that side, and it's going to come down to vertical play for the other maps, sites rather. I think.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it, and I forget, do we have legal up to Wamai season at this point since the new season dropped, now that we're in the second split, or not yet?
If week
Okay.
6 has not started yet, so I do not believe Wamai and Cali are legal yet.
Okay. So those will be legal in playoffs because one of the big things that
Week 6, I think, was the announcement, unless they changed it.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
cool. Because one of the big things that we may see looking forward to the playoffs is that when you're doing the consulate upside down repel, since people only have a habit of reinforcing just the central panel inside right in that projector into connector, that you may see Kali be useful in that respect into opening sight lines on either side of that panel, though we obviously won't see that today. So I'm very interested to see what's going to make the difference here is the top floor defense is what they're going to do when they're upstairs.
mhm. Okay, so we are getting confirmation it is gonna be playoffs. So, we will see Cali Udomai maybe getting taken out in playoffs, but as for now, if Thatcher banned, it's kind of, the usual try to get some floor control and shoot some stuff. But
Woo!
in the famous words of my captain, it is easier just to do a click head forehead, but
Yes. Yeah, with Thatcher banned, this is going to be rather interesting, I think. Especially when trying to do opening up garage downstairs, even though it's primarily done these days with like a buck or similar utility. There's a lot that goes on that's electric, especially now. There's so many electric appliances that just kind of cook along through that. It's a very interesting position currently in that respect.
mhm. And we will be getting the last person in here shortly, so we'll be able to start the match in a hot minute. So once that gets done, we will be ready to go show you tonight's match. And sorry for the delays, just kind of getting everyone situated. I don't know what's going down, but once we get updates on what exactly happened, we'll get a little bit of a fun time here. But in the meantime, hopefully everyone's having a good night. It's been a very mild Tuesday for most of us here in the U.S. We got 70 degrees coming in on most of the East Coast
Please
states, which is
no.
kind of wild.
I'm a little bit farther north, so we had like I think tonight's going to be a solid 40 degrees.
I wish
Mm.
I had that right now. Good God.
I mean, we're
I,
making maple syrup, so like we kind of need the weather.
yeah, this is true. You on that Canadian grind, but we're down here and I'm sweating and it's 70 degrees. But
Cool.
oh, we
Steam.
got everyone in here. That's going to get into this real
Hey!
quick. It's just going over some settings, making sure everything's in line, and we're going to start it up. And here we go. And the last person
Hoorah!
for Florida will be Mudkip. So it's gonna be good. Hope we see in chat a little bit of a hoping you play doesn't stop us, and I can feel that with every fiber of my being. And we'll get into ban phase here. Do you got any thoughts on bans? But I think bans here are gonna be some Thatcher. Oh, Blackbeard, that's a good ban for the side, especially when you're trying to cut off that connector controller, or also just trying to get rid of his shield in general, as when you put the shield on Blackbeard and invert repel, he does become a force to be reckoned with, and it becomes a very, very unhappy sight for
Yeah,
the whole.
Blackbeard upside down repels, but even though they fixed many of the angles, especially with the new repel rework, Blackbeard
Hmm.
gets a little bit more powerful because you won't accidentally throw yourself on top. Because that was a
Yeah.
frequent problem in early release of consulate.
You would just see Blackbeards just like invert repelling, and all of a sudden just going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And there's the Thatcher I was talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought we were going to see here, and I'm very curious about the defensive bans, mostly because you have a few options. You either usually ban Mira is usually almost a given, especially with the power for topside and other places. Or Mira is not a given on this side. That one's quite normal. But Maestro or Echo, will be curious to see which one they decide to ban, just due to play preference.
I think it's gonna be a maestro, not a maestro. God, I think it's gonna be an echo here. Oh, Valkyrie. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Denying
That's
that
a
in
ban you don't see very often on this map.
Yeah, and that was done by the attackers. So that was done by Florida, which is actually a very interesting tech choice to try and get the slight advantage on the attack side. And as you mentioned, Echo is the one that is going to be banned.
Hmm.
So we got our bans today being Blackbeard, Thatcher, Valkyrie, and Echo. So we're Valkyrie out of the picture. That actually makes defense just that much harder. And also less need for an IQ.
Yeah, and
Interestingly.
I think that might have been what they were going for there with the Valkyrie ban, because maybe they are just not confident playing with that IQ, and Herschel hovering the Oryx for an interesting reason. But he does know that it's not allowed, so we'll switch off into Legion.
Oh
But
boy,
I
we got
think,
Namaru.
yeah, Amaru, I'm very curious to see how that goes, because Amaru is one of those operators. If you pick it, it's going to be a very, very hit or miss type operator. With her gadget, because either you're going to go through a window, you're going to get stuck there, and you're going to get absolutely laid out just immediately, or it's going to go in and just absolutely wipe with it.
You're either going to do the thing or you're very much not going to do the thing. And that's
Yeah.
not the one being six picked. Oh boy, we got a party today.
Oh no,
And
we
it's
have
going
a
to be
lion.
Lion. So it looks like they're just going to send it by the looks of this.
Yep, that's a Sendix comp. The only thing they're missing is a Dokkaebi. In that
Dokkaebi or
case.
Blitz, like either one of them, especially with the six pick off of the Legion, like they're just going to be able to
Defenders,
just
protect your
go
bombs
for
from
it.
being defused
Holy.
by attackers.
And yes, we got the new UI for observers. Oh, okay,
Hmm.
cool.
So we can see all the fun little gadgets. We will see actually the barbed wire getting taken on helmet, which is pretty standard. But also a thing that I like about this new UI is that it actually displays the gadgets and how many charges they have left, and also the drones. Like it shows how many drones they have, and also which drone they are using, which I think is actually really cool because you can tell how many drones they have left. And drones are actually a massive, massive part of this game, as most people know. As if you lose all of your drones, you have no way to get any information without risking life and limb.
I'm so happy that they implemented this in this patch. I didn't even read the patch. I read the patch notes, and I didn't even realize they were throwing this in there. I'm
Hmm.
so pleased with this.
Another thing is it shows total bullet capacity of the equipped gun currently,
Yeah,
which is
kind of odd,
great.
but,
Yeah. I mean, it's progress.
we're looking for it. But yeah, this is a great, great time.
Bomb located by attackers.
Especially, one of the things I am very curious to see is, um, especially with this new UI, it's going to be how much they're going to improve this over the next coming seasons, because there's a lot you can do with this UI actually make it even better, which I already got pointed out. But a lot of people on the R6 subreddit, which I know a lot of people don't have the greatest feelings about the subreddit, but it still has some decent ideas once in a while. But we will be getting into round one here, where we will be seeing a second floor side hold for meeting and console, and we already see 3 people inside just absolutely rushing it. Like Perfect already has control of copy right now, and he's going towards long desk. I don't know if Ontario knows that they already have full control of admin. That was a lot of sight just given up, and we will see the push coming in soon as Mudkip does make his way over to long desk. No one peeking currently. This is a very dangerous situation, but Lion does pop his gadget. So we'll find out soon. Mudkip takes down Prods for the first kill with the shot to the head. Will get immediately traded though. Prods getting, actually Mudkip getting taken down by Jam the Music. So Doc with the immediate retrade. So it's still a 4v4 right now. But right as I say that, Luke gets taken down immediately by Helmet. And Zofia taking very low as well, so it's very, very awkward right now, but ooh, Doc has a nice angle here, as most of them are actually long desk. Glib gets taken down by Keldav with that K1A on Vigil. Going through, still has a nice angle here, but don't know what they're doing. Oh, and Ewoks gets a nice kill onto the Jaeger on first floor. Diffuser is down as Perfect goes down, and that is a 1v3 situation now for this poor Ewoks on the Lion. And what a round to start off with. This is crazy action.
Yeah, this was a relatively good attempt. At least it started out pretty well because it looked like Prods was actually pretty isolated, and it just ended up falling apart from the lack of ACOG these days. Oh, okay, that's not entirely what I expected, but good effort, good effort. As the Lion's now coming up
He sees the
around
barrel.
to the long deck. So let's see. Oh, he's ahead there with the ACOG, trying to fight with the lack of ACOG now, recently removed from Maestro.
And the last charge will come out of Lion here, and as he does that, will get removed from the map by Jam from Connector. Good round out of him. I think that was a 2 or 3K for him on that one.
3, I believe, because he got
a great start.
Yeah, he got the Zofia, he got the one that was peeking from this, or he got the Ash, he got the Zofia, and then he ended up with the Lion. So that was pretty good 3-piece round for him, protecting them.
Yeah, and that will give Ontario their first round here. And great little hold they had going there. It's a different hold than what I've normally been seeing with, because they actually reinforced 3 of the walls in meeting. I think they were going for a little bit of an older style hold there, probably back around Parabellum.
Yes.
And it worked out. So obviously putting forth the if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of mentality there, and we did see that we did have Jam getting the 3K on the dock, and we'll actually be switching off said dock for this next round.
Yeah, he's going for the good old Kaid, because they're going downstairs, which means that it looks like they're going to try and protect that bathroom hatch.
Defenders,
Is what
protect
he's
your
mostly
bombs
be
from
used
being
for,
defused
and
by
or trying to
attackers.
do the super trick with the bandit here. And we don't see a when we don't see a Maverick, so that means they're gonna have to get that first floor control to be able to get the bandit batteries, or just a very well placed frag grenade, because there is no Jaeger, so they can't really protect that drone hole particularly well.
But one thing to note is that recently, actually it might have been a couple patches ago, but Kaid's Electro Claw actually spans the entire wall now, so you only need 1 to get 3 now.
Yeah, they added, I think it was
5 seconds left.
half a meter
Attackers
in
have
radius,
discovered the location of
Which
a
is
bomb.
wild.
Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
Because that also allows Kaid to actually be viable on that site as the solo holder now.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more viable, though it still does get got by Thermite, which is the average one that most people use in the So, and it looks like we're going to try and get a sledge. Perfect's going out into admin to see if there's anybody up on the third floor. And it doesn't look like anyone is, so they're going to be turtling downstairs by the looks of it. And they're already trying to see if the bandit trick succeeds, and they're just going to try and get the thing open, try and get garage wall open, and it's a great dance here going on. Let's see if he gets it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, Spooks gets one to
Spook.
Keldav.
But this is what we're here. We're here for the party.
Oh boy. He might have thought he got it, but he didn't.
And they tried to protect it too. Unfortunate there. Good effort. And now he's going to rotate back upstairs to try and help with the gaining them control with the Jackal.
Yeah, and we will actually see the Jackal is something I was kind of expecting to come out here, especially since it wasn't banned because on this map, which this map does tend to have a lot of roamers. You would expect a Jackal to come out here to kind of get the anti-roam down, but we don't actually. Mudkip actually just right onto sight, walks right by the Maestro, unfortunately, and will actually trade his life for that mistake here, bringing it to a 4v3 now in the attacker's favor. But Mudkip, actually, take that back, Spooks is at half HP right now. And that's
that Mudkip was just downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
like the Ash
noticed.
magic. Ash disappears.
Yeah, poof, you're there.
Yeah. Don't know how she gets there. She's just there. But a nice little angle getting taken out here by Glib with that wall. And Ewoks will actually go for the wall. And since Bandit is dead, that wall was now free and forfeit, seeing how Jam is nowhere near it. We'll actually have access to the garage now.
Yep, and Kaid's trick isn't fast enough to even get the thermite charge. So it looks like everyone's closing in there as Spooks manages to get Jam and a trade right off from Prods. Now we're in a 3v2 and just closing in on site. And I don't know if Prod knows that Ewoks is in on site with Prod's getting the C4, immediately trade off by Gil. And Florida, the attacker, is winning that roam. Gil getting a 2-piece on Prods and Hersher.
Yeah, it was a very, very close round there. Like, that was very much a doable round for Ontario if they had known where everyone was. Unfortunately, they don't, and lose the 2v3, and that will be a tie match score now with a 1-1 on that. But we will see them returning there, so hopefully they shore up those mistakes.
Yeah, we actually just saw the impact of the Valkyrie, because as you can imagine, the Valkyrie likely would have told him that the Thermite entered, because that was the big thing that they didn't see, was that the Thermite actually entered right in front of White Van, and then that drew them away from the two people attacking from the back. So that was a very smart choice to ban Valkyrie, and we saw its effect.
And one thing to really take note of here is that they're taking the same exact attacking lineup here, and I think that Ash actually got in because no one reinforced stock, I don't think. Or not stock, wrong map. No one reinforced Visa.
That sounds right, because they only reinforced the two in the main lobby where at the circle desk, and I don't remember any of them ever running over there. So that's likely possible. Just kind of walked in.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah. But I'm hoping to see that they kind of make an adjustment here with the, because the Kaid I don't think actually electrified anything with his Electro Claws last round, which is a little bit of a wasted opportunity there, as if Jam had put down his Electro Claw first, could have maybe saved Helmet some what's the word I'm looking for? Some sadness there, as he did get picked through the floor upstairs trying to bandit tricks, I believe.
No, he was picked off by the
Oh, that's right.
by the
Ash
Ash
coming down.
walking in the back of the.
Yeah.
10 seconds to insertion.
I
I
swear
will
I'm paying
note that
attention.
one was used because when they attempt to trick
5
it and
seconds
they
to
were
go.
doing the dance, he did throw one. So one was used, and I believe the bug got it from upstairs. Not that it did a whole lot, but
Yeah.
one of them was.
And that's kind of why you need those roamers there, because once they get piano control, the entire wall kind of becomes free. There's nothing really you can do there.
Yeah,
as far
basically
as-
everything around White Van and that side just immediately becomes open, because you just can't hold it anymore, because suddenly the floor's open,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of.
It's like, oh, I'm getting shot from above. Okay. But very curious to see, because actually Spook's got a kill upstairs here, and Keldav will be hanging out up here on the Vigil. Very curious to see if actually. Oh, he's gonna be. Oh, and will immediately get absolutely creamed by Spooks on that Jackal.
Yeah, they didn't even drone by the looks of it. They just ran in and just were face looking like the Monty does to see if there was anyone there. Now they're droning up the second floor, but I don't believe they actually droned the top floor.
Well, little do they know, they have full second floor control now, and the wall is open, so this round is going very, very well for Florida right now. But the thing is, there's a weird bug that happens. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but if you open up the wall of Garage with the Electro Claw, and the Electro Claw is still there, you can actually see it. And if you run through that electrical hole right there, you will take damage.
Yeah, I think it's a bug, because what it does is that it identifies that the thing's there and that it's going to electrify it, and then it's removed and it doesn't know what to do with that. I think it follows the same principle as Spooks manages to get prods, and Spooks is just hauling into sight here on the 1 health in a dream. Is probably about to die to this Legion mine. As Jam switching to the good old like bullpup gun, and Furcher gets perfect as well. So now it's a 3v3. Slowing down a little bit here as he's taking the white peaks.
Oh boy, that was almost really close there. Oh, nice shot. Oh. A lot of noise is being made, not a lot of commentary, but we will see Glib taking down Jam, Mudkip taking down Helmet. A 2v1 situation for Florida right here, but one is down, so it's technically a 1v1, and we'll actually get the res here. Hurl sure doesn't know about this, so it is back to a 2v1 now, but we'll actually be waiting for this little push around. We'll get the kill onto Buck, triple kill for him, almost gets the quad, but will get taken down by Mudkip to give the attackers round 3.
Where was the Maestro cam?
I have no idea.
I didn't even see it get.
Okay, so I think he was hitting spot.
Yeah, I was just surprised that he didn't try to go on the Maestro cam, the one by White, and at least see what was.
So we are getting told that there was Maestro cams on Yellow Pillar over by Pipes, and also one over by, I believe it was a White Van, he said.
Yeah.
And Kind of curious
Oh,
as to
okay.
why he didn't actually just hop on that cam and kill the buck. I don't know if he thought that there was one actively pushing him. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
based on what we were just told, it actually was near package, so it was actually too far. So since he was in front of white van, there wasn't line of sight to that. As we see IQ actually being 6-picked off here. A little bit odd to see that happen to a gridlock, maybe?
But we have the gridlock. Gridlock is definitely, I believe, a
Attackers need to
pick that
locate
is
and
going to
defuse
actually
the
pay
bomb.
more dividends than what they originally had in the IQ, as the gridlock cuts off so much of the sight when she puts down her track stingers, as those things hurt, and there's no way to get around them other than either repathing or shooting them, and if you shoot them, they're going to know where you are, so it kind of gives away your position, and the element of surprise, and that's actually huge in clutch situations, so...
Yeah, and there's also a big element here where the IQ being 6-picked also played a big part here, because now there isn't a Legion anymore. It's just a smoke because they assume that an IQ is being brought. And I think that's actually a very important thing that they 6-picked off of that. Are you excited for the Tachanka rework for smoke to be like the pseudo smoke, but
I
smaller
am.
and doing lots of
That's
different
going to be
things?
so much fun to use.
Defuse the bomb. Attackers have
I can
dropped the
already
bomb diffuser.
tell you that
Attackers recover the
Tachanka's
diffuser.
pick rate will go like through the roof.
Well, it'll go from meme pick rate to actual pick rate.
Yeah, it's
which
gonna be
is
like,
a
oh, we
vast
can actually
difference.
use him? This is great!
Yeah,
He
so
still gets to keep his turret. That's all everyone wanted.
don't worry about it. It's just going to be an LMD that he just lugs around. As we got a ping on our friend. Wow, Keldav managing to kill Spooks and a clean shot through the window while also being pinged here. Good effort by him as he manages to escape all the way over the yellow stairs.
It's that revenge kill there, as Spooks had been kind of putting the foot down on Keldev's throat for the past couple rounds. We'll get that nice trade there for revenge, saying, you might have killed me the past 2 rounds, but this time it's my turn.
Real question, is it worth it to white peek for that drone? Because you saw him moving out slightly to try and white peek that drone to get it, because he saw the corner of it. Oh boy, yeah. See, that's the main thing. We got lots of people
Oh, here
on
comes
drone.
Mudkip.
Keldav retrieved the site. Let's go. Keldav on repelling on connector. Hopefully won't get got by jumping out over projector there. I don't know if there's any kind of utility out there to prevent the jump out, but that definitely seems like something that might.
Yeah, and one thing to note is that most of the Florida team are actually either not in the building or on the flow below. As Mudkip actually decides he's going to open, Perfect actually falling on a balcony. This might be something, as Prods is in meeting, and if he peeks the window, actually does have a nice little angle lined up there, but as we all know, the SMG-11's recoil is kind of weird, and not very much a laser, as
Like
the
it
recoil
once
is
was.
kind of like the old Ella SMG before it got buffed into basically the god weapon it is now. We will actually see Buck peeking long death, getting a double kill. Ewoks soon to follow with a kill on the Kelda, bringing it to a 4v2 scenario. Track Stingers going down everywhere. In full control of meeting right now, Plant will be going to go down. Ewoks with a nice kill on the helmet, making sure that he doesn't have any kind of clutch potential for them round. And what the unfortunate thing is, as Maestro tries to stop the Plant, we'll actually have Ewoks running at him. Probably a little bit of BM here coming down. No, never mind. Usually if someone sees drones, a little bit of a toying going down, but didn't want to chance it probably, and we'll just finish out the round. 3-1 now on the attacking side, which is kind of wild to see, as usually this is kind of classified as a defender side of map.
Well, it's one of those things where right now almost every map is classified as a defender side of
This
map,
is
and it's
true.
just a matter of what degree. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's interesting to see that the team which uh, did choose the map, right, or the team that is currently attacking is the one that chose the map is doing better. I'd be curious to see if we see the obverse, because sometimes just due to the way play works, it ends up being attacker sided incidentally, even though the map statistically isn't.
Yeah. It just might come down to my caster's curse of every match I cast will be a 6-6 regardless of what it is. Seems to be the case as the past couple matches have done, so we will see if it goes down that route, or not even a 6-6, just a draw overall.
Well, the last draw that University of Florida played was a 7-2-7-2, so we're still right on track for that.
Yeah, so we're going. One thing that has been changed up here actually is that we have the Nomad. I believe we had a Nomad last round with Mudkip actually hopping off the Ash to the Nomad. Nomad is actually a really good operator for this map, as it kind of the air jabs cut off a lot of space, especially in these small corridors that you see on the second floor, as you can kind of put one on spiral and it cuts off that entire rotate through that hallway, with the exception of behind long desk, as there's a desk there, but it is a very, very long radius regardless, and can foil some late round plots.
I do find it mildly interesting that they chose Nomad here, and like what you're talking about, like most of the time, at least from what we're seeing based on how they clear, though Nomad doesn't really seem to have that much use, because by the time they end up getting to the top, if they make it there, everyone's already centralized onto site. So that is kind of funky in my opinion, just based on how they've been clearing. Very few. We've only seen one rotation overall, and that was from Keldav last round.
Yeah. But actually taking a little bit of a Twitch shocker there. That is a Twitch drone down though, so it is very kind of a worth trade. 10 HP for Twitch drone. Oh, the 1 HP now, so it's Twitch drone has been nerfed, and I read patch notes, I swear. So those of you who aren't aware, Twitch has gotten changed with her drone, where now it recharges indefinitely. You just have the same kind of Echo Yokai ammo recharge system, where you have 3 initial charges and it just recharges over time. But now the Twitch drone does 1 damage, so you can't just go around shocking people for their entire HP bar. Which is nice, as I still have a little bit of a PTSD moment from the original Twitch drone, where it came with like 15, and you could literally kill someone with it.
Yeah, because I believe that you have 30 health when you're down.
Yeah,
so like... We got a whole
Mudkip going down.
Yeah,
Mudkip going down on jamming music, killing him, duck down. Oh, Helmet gets a nice kill on a perfect. Gets the diffuser, so 3v2, 3v1 now. It's all up to Helmet here. Probably a little scared for his life right now. Ooh, just misses the man in connector, but we'll get a ping out, so he is aware of his presence. One actually coming down from yellow right now. He probably want to go sit inside piano, be a little bit of a safe player right now, as Nomad makes their way in with Mudkip pushing through. Oh, awkward angle as the timing fails for Helmet. Mudkip gets his, I believe, 3rd kill of the round to give the round to Florida here.
Yeah, that was some unfortunate timing that the Jackal managed to finish exactly at the time he was trying to rotate. Though also, I do appreciate the new Jackal animations. First time actually seeing it in action. A+ with the reworks they've been doing on that. Also, Jackal rework, also very nice and significantly less annoying.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice when you don't get like scammed for an entire like 15-second period of time when a footstep that you took literally at the beginning of the round when you're actually about to finish the round. That's really nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Also, the coloring is actually have discernible patterns now, and it's not just weird colored footprints of various kinds. But actually, one thing I learned from long ago is that actually the treads of the feet that are in the Jackal Cam actually show who made them.
Oh, because each people have different kinds of shoes?
It's not each I don't think it's each person, but each kind of faction have their own treads.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I think all recruits, depending on what country they're from, have different treads, and then it goes down by that point. I'd have to find the Reddit thread. There was a whole Reddit thread about it. It's probably archived at this point, but a very interesting read, although you will undoubtedly never actually care enough because no one's sitting there like, ah, yes, these treads are Valkyrie, when you can just hold F and figure out for them.
Like, oh wait, this is the United States SEALs, and this is the people who are, these are the Frenchmen. And you're like, please, I don't have time for this. Hurry up, a clock.
Yep.
10 seconds to go.
Oh, looks
Just
like
imagine
reinforced hatch. Prods is reinforcing the hatch that the Ash used
5 seconds.
to get in quickly in the first.
Yep. And one thing that I am also curious about is I see that we have 4 impact grenades here, and almost all of them have been used already. Because Keldav is on Legion, which has actually changed up from the last couple times he's come here, I believe. I think he was on Vigil last time he came here.
Yes,
So, probably thinking roaming is not the way right now, and thinking that even though Legion did get nerfed so that he can only see his goon mines if they are in his line of sight, which is really nice. And also they removed the initial 10 damage that you get when you step on them. So you can't just soup can someone into oblivion by stacking like 8 of them there. But which I think is really nice. As someone who's played Legion a very long time, I did think he was kind of busted, as did probably most of the Siege community. But we will see Avenger coming out here.
Let's see if he can
Oh,
get the wall open. And doesn't look like he's doing that. And all
doesn't matter.
Bomb.
There's just a bunch killing, and I don't think they're able to pressure him at all.
He hasn't gotten all of them yet, which is interesting. Oh, almost gets nitroed there though.
Protected by the
Oh, there's an
table.
electro claw. That's why.
Only 2 of them though.
Oh, there goes that one. Will he go for the other one? Oh, wait, no. He has all 2 of his electro charge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's that?
So he hasn't used any of them? There isn't a Twitch, I apologize. Yeah, so he hasn't used any of them yet. Oh, there it goes.
Yep, and goes back for the wall. Buck does... Oh, actually, right as I say that, Jam gets taken down by Spooks on the Jackal, who is actually hanging out in Bat Cafe Hall right now, which is a little awkward position to have for him. As Mike actually got very close to getting peeked by the Keldeb Legion there, but actually interesting rotates here. I've never seen these before, but Glibber, as I said, that gets the headshot onto Helmet, removing him, bringing to a 5v3 right now. And also, I don't know why the Legion mine got thrown in there. Kind of a dead end, but you know, whatever.
I believe
we'll be making
drops in there.
Oh, true. Oh, we'll get taken down quite quickly by Spooks. Spooks kind of just rolling through Ontario right now. Diffuser is planted. Ooh, that's nice. I've never seen that one before. There's a countdown now. It's all to Hurlsure again in a 4v1 here. Poor dude. Will get 1 kill. Does he have 3 more in him, though? The answer is no.
Yeah, he has the bullet for it, but not the sideline, unfortunately.
If you don't have enough bullets to finish a clutch as Maestro in your Alda, you have done something significantly wrong.
Yeah, when they give you, like, here's 70 bullets, you should be able to kill 3 to 5 people at 70 bullets. Whether or not you're able to get the situation to do that, that's questionable.
Yeah.
But everyone should at least, you have the capability to do it.
Yes, you have 3 mags of 81. That means, in theory, you could kill their entire team probably about 50 times over. Don't miss.
I mean, you have 3 mags of 81, so assuming everyone's a headshot, you have a very solid 243.
Yeah, something like that. I don't do math, even though I am an engineering major. Still can't do math. It's a great time. But we will see Goyo coming out for Ewoks here. As per CEA rules, it is round 7, which every 6 rounds, there is a side swap.
Woo!
And that means that now Ontario is on attack and Florida is now on defense. And does look like we'll be losing the Goyo sad boy for a pulse. I don't know about that one, but I mean, if they have a strat, they have a strat.
And also, Ash hot swapping to the Ash. Very good play.
Yes, they'll never expect it.
Oh, no. But I think it is interesting because we haven't seen much Goyo recently, and I'm very excited to see how people leverage him. I think, honestly, though, I think it was smart to 6-pick off of him as he's more useful on the lower sides, like if you're trying to do first floor or basement. But I do agree with you that I am very curious about how they will leverage the pulse in this particular case. It looks like they might have it watching Skylight and the office side, so the west side of the building, by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm curious to see what Ewoks does here, how he's going to leverage the pulse scanner or the heartbeat sensor of pulse, as his whole gadget is very dependent on where you put him, as there is a range on his heartbeat scanner, and probably will go sit down in piano and hold piano if I had to guess, and he will be making his way down there very shortly, as he will probably be preparing for anybody who tries to go on the connector side window and will probably jump out and probably attempt to kill them. But as many people have found out after playing this map for so many years, jumping out on this map is a very, very dicey endeavor, as with the advent of Nomad and Claymores, there is a high chance you die for your sins.
Yeah, I don't think we have any Claymores on the defensive side, though, actually. Like, yeah, we have no Claymores, so that's a party.
Yeah, all flashbangs on Thermite. Definitely looking for those ADS burnouts, which is a good tactic to use. Oh, and right as I say that, Ewoks to kill under Hurlsure.
Just
So
walks
no
right out yellow stairs. Get
No
in there,
Claymores
dude.
biting him in the ass.
Yeah, no Claymores and also no Nomad. Both of those things just getting him got. And it looks like we already have 1 drone down, so they've actually done a pretty good job, the attacker side here on tech, of keeping their drones alive. Unfortunately, they did lose 2 active ones to our good to our good friend Ewoks, but he's still just chilling downstairs in the kitchen
Mhm.
as Ontek is rotating to the roof.
The roof. But one thing I do want to actually see out of Keldev here on the Ash is kind of what Mudkip was doing on their attacking side, which is kind of flex the Ash. The Ash is there as a very, very aimy kind of entry frag, and I want him to try to go find some sight lines from either Beast Stairs or like Yellow or Admin, where he can kind of put pressure on the enemy team and make them move around. And notice to say that Broad's gets a kill on a Mudkip, evening out the score for his team. And we'll actually just swing into connector.
Yep, he just went for it.
Yep. Oh no, that's piano. Never mind.
Oh, it's piano. Aw, that makes us sad. So
Safe remove.
A lot
it's okay.
smarter. Yes, a lot smarter choices. Perfect misses again. Keldev here, and what gun was Keldev using? Was he using the R4C or the one with the ACOG?
He's using G46.
He was using
G36C with the hollow. Interesting choice. As if you're using a 1X, you may as well just use the R4C.
Okay.
But his choice probably has more comfort on it, as the G36C I do believe has less recoil.
Ooh, that grenade getting caught by an ADS. As Perfect manages to get another one, manages to get Jam here. So now we just got a Thermite and Sophia left. As Proz is rotating up the stairs and manages to get got by Glib. And they get closed in on from both sides of Yellow Stairs. And Spook manages to take out Helmet after Helmet gets the good old frag on Helmet. Woo!
Yeah, and will we see him flex that diamond charm there on his, I believe that's the Roni.
Yes, sir.
It's pink? Pink. Okay.
We're going to have to check this in the video.
Champion then, if it's pink, I might just be colorblind. It spooks. Spooks. Yeah.
Yeah, we're live checking stats. We're trying to do the good old thing where trying to confirm the
Gotta make sure we double check.
Hey.
Right, it was diamond. Also, F's in the chat for Spook being barely off of champion last season. Poor soul. Bright side being the champion charm for this season is way less cool than the diamond charm this season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And surprisingly, we actually don't have any 6-picks. Everyone's just running it, and we're going to see a Goyo for once. One of the new operators.
Goyo is fun. Yeah.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
And thankfully our observers game did not crash, and we do have round, I believe this is 8, with match point coming in for 40 here. This is actually a very, very different story than what we saw originally here.
And they're going for his floor.
Yeah,
and we will see if we can get my prophesized 7-2-7-2.
Yeah. I think I want to see 7-2-7-2 because I want to see more rounds out of these two teams, as more rounds means more airtime, and more airtime means more fun for all of us, all parties involved.
I get to practice more.
10 seconds.
But we will actually be seeing the first lobby hold here of the map, actually, as lobby is the third site for this map for most teams. No one really wants to hold it as their first or second one. Actually, Prizable's getting spawn peeked there, just taken down very, very low, almost on contact from spawn, but we'll survive it, so no. Nothing. He's probably a little scared right now. Let's sit down, do a slob squat, look for who the hell shot me.
Yep, and now they're just doing a hard admin hold here, and everyone's going and trying to find a good friend to Doc.
I think everyone knows what Doc this is the elite Doc, and everyone's ears remember his MVP animation as well. From the many, many times that you have that one Doc who just spawn peeks the entire game and somehow gets MVP either way.
Yep, with the smoking pipe among other things.
Yep.
Liv just going as we got.
There's still spectator bug.
Repelling in there. So now when they got admin, is Keldev managed to take out Spook.
Oh boy. Unfortunate there. Oh no.
Oh, that's a good 2-piece right before he gets traded off by Helmet there. Glib gets 2.
And he had a potential for the 3K.
Yeah, and it looks like Ontek has on the slight health deficit here on the attack due to that spawn peak. And that health deficit is just chilling all the way out in spawn, checking that front door as they are doing a first floor.
He does not want to move. Oh boy. That was almost the... Oh, might still be the round. Okay.
Yeah, he just scanned onto 2 separate people and somehow didn't die, which is rather impressive, honestly.
And apparently I am getting word that Spook's got Diamond on EU, so it doesn't count.
Rude.
Rude chat out here. Chat flaming. Unfortunate. Unfortunate circumstances. If what chat says is true, that is unfortunate. That also might explain a lot, but we'll actually see Florida finishing out the map here, 7-1 for them, taking map 1, and we will get a half right now, as that is the first map in the book.
That was a quick half. They just ran for it. Holy cow. What would you do for your Siege speedrun, Bonsai? What would that be?
Siege speedrun.
Yeah.
Fun fact, there actually is a speedrun category for Siege on speedrun.com.
I believe it's all the situations on easy.
It's for terrorist hunt though. It's not actually for terrorist.
No, but there is one I believe there is one for all situations on easy as well.
Yeah. If you're gonna speedrun something else though. Siege is not the thing to speedrun.
Yes, speedrun this multiplayer game.
Yes.
Obviously, optimal experience.
Although I did have a ranked game once that was like 5 minutes.
Did the other team just give up?
No, so basically I was playing with my teammate BCat, and I think he picked Zothia, and then I picked Ash, and we just ran in every time, and we got all 5 kills every time within like 30 seconds of the round. And then on defense, we all just spawn peeked, and it was like 4-0 in like 5 minutes. It was a little. I think the other team might have been just a little bit tilted, but as the first map has finished here, we will be taking a quick break as the teams do want 5 for a little bit of a bio break and refresh. So we will be seeing you all here in about 5 minutes.
I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our wonderful Tuesday invite cast featuring me, Bonsai, and him, Coinman.
Hello.
And we're getting in here to the second map. Florida did take the first map, and that was their map choice. That was Florida picking their first map of Consulate and taking their first map of Consulate.
Yeah, and they took the first map at 7-1 here. And that was a fantastic scoreline. See, as we're going to get our first ban in. And we got a Thatcher ban just like the last time, and banned by the
Not,
same people.
not surprised here to see Thatcher. Thatcher is pretty much a unilateral ban at this point across all maps.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that we'll see here. Let's see what the second attacker is.
Yeah. We're just waiting on Maverick to get Nate.
Maverick to get nades, and then that means
Oh. Okay, correction. Waiting on teams to figure out how to use the nades. Yeah.
Yeah, and
This
now
is
we're
Carpe,
going
our observer.
the-
This is his opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have
Represents
issue with
himself
it,
and
take it up
nobody
with
else.
him. He has a very logical argument to come up with it. But
As
we'll
we-
actually see Jackal and Echo coming out here for the next two bands, which leads me to believe that remaining. I know my words. This remaining
The
ban
secondary
is going to be Mira. I'm betting on
Corsair,
Mira.
the Corsair ban.
Yeah.
Or the quadrinary ban, I believe is the technical term.
Who knows?
Figure it out as we
It's
see
10
this
o'clock
ban.
on a Tuesday night during spring break. My brain is off.
I mean,
Mira.
true. It is Mira. Hey! But it looks like that Jackal actually was a targeted pick based on what we saw the work that was done last time. Even though Border is a more roamer heavy map, I do believe that was likely targeted based on the results we see from Spooks.
And yeah. Do you think that since this is Ontario's map pick, we're just going to see Ontario dominate this time?
I mean, based on what I looked at our statistics last week, that seems likely. Honestly, even though that was a two different. Was it actually Consulate? Give me a hot second, because now I'm curious, making me look up things in the middle of the match. We see a
Clash?
clash.
Okay, there we go. 6 pick off of Clash, unless they're bamboozling all of us and actually picking Clash again.
Did they do the bamboozle?
Does not look like it. They will be going for Jaeger.
More reasonable choice.
They must instill the fear of God by picking Clash first to flex. It's like, we're going to pick Clash, you're going to like it.
Yep. Okay, so it was Clubhouse that they got 7-2 done last week. So we'll have to see how this one ends up here with no 6 pick on the attacker side with an IQ Thermite, Gridlock, Buck, and Zofia. And on the defensive side, we have a Jaeger, Kaid, Vigil, Doc, and Smoke.
Mm-hmm. And it's very much going to be dependent, I think, upon how this Vigil plays his cards. Because roaming on this map is kind of how you keep your sights. Roaming is, especially on this side, especially if you're holding like CC or break or office, you can get some really nice crossfires, cutting off kind of any east hall rotate, and vice versa. As if the attackers get those kind of sidelines, then you're just stuck in half. As we do see this long haul from 90. It is, if you get open that wall or you have like a sightline in there or just holding from 90 period, people are pretty much split from each site and have to do either a long rotate around or risk life and limb trying to cross. But we will see what looks to be an Ewoks might be running out here as Doc to anybody in Valley. Yeah, he's definitely waiting there. He's waiting. The question is, will he see anybody actually coming from that side? And it does not. Oh, actually, 3 people. He might get one here. But if the Ontario side does their due diligence here, and we'll actually get drowned out, so spawn peak foiled and lives saved as the round continues on. Wall actually being opened up here by Mudkip. I'm very interested to see what he's going to do here with that hole, as it's obviously going to signal that he is holding inside of CC right there, and Helmet will actually probably spot him out behind his shield. Thankfully for him, I do believe he has the hatch open, so he can just do a quick drop and get out no problem. But Jam getting taken down for about half HP there, I think probably around 52 HP there on Buck from the MP5 of Ewoks.
Yeah, there was a very quick altercation there as Ewoks is running through Workshop trying to escape, as we see our good old friend Doc and Giza. And as we saw upstairs, to prevent the good old crossfire, we saw the double reinforce with the impact hole so that the smoke can escape if he has to, which may be something that occurs as they start closing in on the CCTV side.
And we will see Mudkip dip out of CC there, trying to make sure he survives, as looks like Ewoks is going to retake his post up in CC/break soon there, as he is watching East Balk right now. And Gridlock will soon be actually making their way in, and actually might go down, and yes, oh, nearly. Ewoks does actually get the kill into Hurlsher. Camera change kind of was weird there, but we will actually see a double kill from Florida coming out here onto the Ontario Tech side, taking down both Hurlsher and Keldav. And right as I say that, Jam gets quickly taken down by Spooks for a double kill for him, and probably another kill soon to follow, or close to, as Prods goes down over there. But we'll remain up, and Prods does get the kill on a Mudkip right as I say that, so we're back to a 4v2 now.
It's definitely doable with only 55 seconds left. It's a rather arduous task considering that there are so many sightlines with everything being soft. It's going to be rather difficult to even move out of that CCTV breaker.
Definitely an awkward spot for him, as evidenced by the large loss of his HP there, and nice little hole being watched here. We'll actually see a Vigil move in of Perfect, getting the first kill, and almost gets the second kill, but will get quickly traded out by his teammate Spooks. Spooks getting the triple kill on the round to give round 1 to his team.
Yeah, it's also important to note there that the hole that the Vigil rotated through was the one that the Zofia actually made herself.
Yeah, which is
so
unfortunate.
Get sight lines, and then the Vigil just moved in. Should have put it just a smidge a bit higher so you could vault over, but alas, what can you do?
Yeah, just kind of a breakdown in sightline watching, as I believe actually Zofia actually pulled off from that hole, allowing Vigil to kind of walk through there. Unfortunate, but it is just one round. Plenty of time to come back and even it out.
And we got an alibi in a castle. Castle being a pretty hard signal for going for Vent's workshop.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. Castle is one of those things where you can take it on other sites, such as Customs. Customs is another popular castle site here, but most people despise running Customs, period, the Burning Passion.
And that's why I call it a pretty hard signal, because Customs is usually the one everyone hates.
One thing I am curious to see is how they're going to leverage.
Yeah.
How are they going to use this alibi?
Yeah. That may be to throw stuff outside. Do you think they'll throw stuff outside? Because like a pretty common one actually.
Mass confusion.
Throwing one up onto the roof, since people don't go to the. Oh no.
Wait a second. Was that what?
His switch drones can hit it. I think he hit it himself. I think he accidentally meleeed it because it does break with a melee.
Unless that was all planned and he's using it as an impact. Even though he has impacts, I'm just confused now.
But I doubt that that's the case.
No,
he
they're
did
definitely
twice.
using it to open holes.
That's intentionally. Okay, that's 100% on purpose. Okay.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Attackers are heading
Fool me
out.
twice. But definitely interesting thing to do, as I believe Goyo does come with impact grenades.
Yeah, I feel
Oh.
like you ostensibly, this may not be true for whatever strat they're trying to pull, that the shield would be more usable downstairs to like throw it in front of a window or something and just sending it. You know? Oh yeah, look, they did throw it out the roof. Look at that. Just to leave that on screen all the time. Oh yeah,
Just
there it
annoy everyone.
is. Because
That notification is so annoying. Oh, there's also another one outside of AC.
Oh boy.
Interesting setup here.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see why they chose to use the Goyos upstairs for making holes instead of leveraging them downstairs in like bathroom or something.
Definitely a question to ask if we could get an interview after this, if Florida does go on to win this, but Keldav will be starting off the round with a kill on a Mudkip, taking down that Mossy. Good kill to get out of the way early on, so, and that is pink, so it is champion.
Oh yeah, and Ash just sent it into the bathroom. Right, so Ash is now just in the bathroom, still taking the
Oh,
other
no.
gun with the ACOG. Kelgav there managing to get perfect on a slim margin, and someone else drops to see if they can also take this Ash. Oh boy. It looks like someone from Blue just got down. Yeah, Ewok's getting down to it as well.
Oh no!
Oh, that was a lot closer than I would have liked. As Ewok upstairs is down, we're in a functional 2v4 situation here. With all the holes open because they don't have topside control anymore. Oh boy, and getting sightlines and missing, and we'll see how this turns out. Looks like it will likely be in on-tech's favor, but who knows, because it's Siege.
Yep, Siege is one of those games where it ain't over till it's over. But we will probably see... we do have a nice little crossfire here coming out of the Ontario side here, and they will be opening up pretty much everything they can. Frag's going out, almost taking down Spooks there, but actually we'll get some return damage onto Jam through the floor. Almost gets killed himself, but will stay alive, and spread out does continue, but OnTech needs to actually get onto site here, as they have 30 seconds left, and that's 30 seconds to plant the bomb. And we will see the movement coming downstairs. Kind of surprised it didn't go for a hatch drop, but it does make more sense, as they're probably guessing that there is a hold for the hatches. But 4v2, 15 seconds left, and time is running short for this Ontario side. Nice nade, actually taking down most of Spooks there, but Spooks will actually, his teammate will get a kill on to actually get killed, and soon thereafter, Ontario takes their own round.
Yeah, getting run down by the Super Shorty, which is a new and fancy thing that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. Might see more of it though, because Castle got a Super Shorty.
Oh, is that what he has now?
Yeah, one of his backups is, I think I don't know if they swapped. Yeah, they probably. Yeah.
Along with our
Goyo.
lots of questions, as we were mentioning before, that now Castle also has the mini shotgun. So we were just even more questions about why they use the Goyo shields to make the holes.
Because that was very clearly intentional.
Oh yeah, because if you notice, they split the health damage in between two people.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that was quite intentional. As we see Clash chosen again and confirmed. Oh boy, we're in for a party.
Oh boy.
And they only have a buck. Okay, so they have 4 frags to try and push him out. It looks like, and an Ash.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hopefully the push out works, because we all
yeah.
know how Clash goes.
Oh yeah, but they also have a gridlock to just throw the thing under their feet, and they're probably boned. So
Hopefully, as we also have just as many nitros and impacts on the team, so.
Yep. Let's see. 2 nitros, 4 impacts, and 2 barb. Yeah, that's a pretty good spread. I wonder where the 4 yeah. All the holes everywhere.
Hopefully they don't have a Goyo now, so they don't have to sacrifice the poor Goyo shields to be used as impact holes.
They were meant to be so much more.
Yeah. almost like sacrilegious, I feel. It's like, oh yes, I have this gadget which does a butt ton of damage if I shoot it at someone's nearby, and it acts as a cappy bolt. But here, let me use it as an impact grenade in the threat phase. Also, are they? Is this a team-wide run out here?
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing. Oh boy, it's party.
Oh, they see
Or at least
one.
enough.
Will they run
Yeah.
out for it though? No, they won't.
Shame, because I think nobody came in on that side. Yeah.
They don't know that though, unfortunately, so we won't see anything spicy. But Florida might be getting a little overconfident here with all these attempted runouts.
Yeah, we'll see if that bites them a little bit. Like last round, they weren't being particularly overzealous in their reach. It just happened to fall apart in such a way that wasn't particularly advantageous. But we'll see how they hold the second floor, as that is pretty important to where their site is down in Venice.
Yeah. Mozzie does actually have a drone, which is really nice for him, as he does get to have the little secondary sightline afforded to him by that drone. But one thing I do want to see the impact of is this Clash. This Clash is a new addition to this defense, and as she is disabled right now for the general public outside of customs, I'm curious to see how that works out.
I just found it funny. They're like, "Oh yeah, she's allowed to be played again," and within a week, they're like, "Oh yeah, we broke her again." And we're like, "Thanks, guys."
It broke. You can't use her again. I'm sorry.
We tried so hard, and
We're trying. Okay.
fixed all this other stuff like explosion propagation and like giving people new stuff, and yeah, we just can't fix Clash.
Yeah, Clash is just permanently disabled. We will see Keldev getting the opening kill onto the round. Onto Mudkip, so Mozzie down yet again. Might be actually getting a sightline onto the Clash here, as everyone knows where Clash is now. She is an armory. Keldev just going full send into archives, it looks like. Hopefully spots out the person watching in small office very soon, but Clash does see Keldev, and I believe Keldev will see Clash, as they will return fire. And Ewoks now knows that Keldev is in archives, but maybe doesn't know that one is a 90, but will know at the very least that if they come that way, will be met with a little bit of a spray of lead.
Yeah, we saw someone drop into the offices in the back by bathroom already as they're opening up bathrooms.
Oh no.
That wasn't it. Oh boy, this is going to be an adventure and a half. As they're just going to stand there at the door and stick it with all them pre-fires.
I mean, they had no anti-gadget, so it was kind of a free wall. Usually Castle is the one, if you're running this side, you're going to want, like, either any kind of anti-gadget in general, but Glib will take down a helmet, and we'll probably peek for some more here. We'll find nothing right now, but right as I say that, Glib takes down Jam as he peeks out of security. 3v3 scenario right now, and actually very, very even. But Ewoks quickly gets taken down by Prods, and Glib quickly trades onto Keldev. CORSAIR gets a kill onto Glib, trading it back out. 1v1 scenario with just Clash being alive, sprinting with all of her might. Plant will go down almost. Oh!
Clash, being the slow person she is, was not able to get there fast enough to round the corner behind the workshop bench. Oh, that
quick
hurts.
scope. Get the hit markers. Get the MLG horns. And there may or may not be a suppressor, we're getting told. I have been seeing the rise of suppressors a lot lately, which I think is due to a certain Rogue 9 video that was dropped recently, about 3 weeks ago.
Does it talk about suppressors and how spread works or something? I haven't seen it.
It was like the damage numbers of suppressors have changed and how suppressors are kind of viable. I think suppressors are still kind of booty. They're not, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they're viable either. The only thing that would be like if you're just trying to do the headshot gun thing, because I know it technically reduces your spread, but apart from that, it doesn't really do anything. As we see, an LS6 picked off into the dock for the defense here, as they had their last round stolen from them by the slow speed of Clash.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
And for those just joining us, the first round map score was 7-1 in the favor of Florida. So quite tidy game coming out of them, and we'll actually see almost might see the flip side here, as this is Ontario's map, and it's currently already 2-1 situation right here, so already better score for Ontario than their last map. So we'll be actually seeing a little bit of a... Okay, I think I know what Glib is doing here. Maybe not. He's trying to get it so that he gets both of the walls, because as we all know, Cade's thing is massive as hell.
And the barb. And he
5
got
seconds
it.
left.
So if you look, it's in the upper left corner, and that manages to get the barb.
Attackers' objective is to
Yep.
locate a bomb.
And one thing I would like to point out is that Cade's charge is, again, massive. I can't get over how big it is. Like, there's so much you could do with it, as I believe actually the Cade charge does actually go through floors.
Yeah, it was pretty common for a while to actually hold the first floor vents and put the Kaid charge underneath.
Yeah.
That was a not particularly uncommon strategy to at least attempt.
Now people are like hiding it in the walls and stuff, and doing wild stuff like that. It's weird. Oh, nades going on everywhere. Almost will claim the Jaeger will not die to the nades, as Jaeger does Jaeger things with his ADSs, and will actually get out scot-free. Just a one burned ADS, and that is all that will go down to his name.
Perfect. Yeah, I think,
Oh.
I think he just.
Okay, never mind.
A
All
bomb
the
has
frags
been
missed.
located.
I was wrong. I'm getting told all the nades missed. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the all of one nade missed.
Yeah, all of one. But nice
Yep.
little murder hole coming out of Spooks here
And
watching
he's giving
for
us a
that blue
dance. He's
hole.
waggling his little butt at us
He's
to show us the.
waggling.
As we're now in a holding pattern with a minute 30 left, and they've just barely entered the building. Hear a little bit of gunfight.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure from whom, as they don't recognize that gun sound.
One thing I am very curious to see is the effect that.
Oh, you couldn't see his head?
Never- yeah.
Little marksman's.
Ooh, perfect thing to kill on the prods though. Headshot. Quickly traded by Keldev. Perfect thing to kill on the Keldev. Quickly trading back. Trades everywhere. It is the New York Stock Exchange of kills out here. Trades everywhere, except maybe not now, as that's kind of a rip-runny situation right now. But actually, Shotgun will go out, get a kill onto Helmet with the Ewoks quickly peeking with the Shotgun. 4v2 scenario right now for Florida, with Hurlsure and Jam left as the remaining two. Jam seems to think that someone will be coming up East Stairs very soon. We'll actually be right in that way that Spooks will be working his way up. Timing might actually claim his life here, as slowly but surely Jaeger actually pulls off. All of the things that I'm saying are wrong. Don't listen to me. I am wrong. Boo-hoo. Spotted on the cam, so we'll run away. And we will actually see 25 seconds left. Smoke's going down, trying to get site control. None so far. One inside of sight. One in the crossfire. Smoke's going down all the wrong directions. We'll actually see both of the players going down. We'll claim one, but with 11 seconds left, they gotta get in sight. Glib gets a kill into Hurlsure, so that's the gridlock down. Buck gets one from behind. Nice shot, but will eventually get taken down by Glib again with that TCSG-13 to finish off and bring it to a 3-2 score.
Woo. That was a lot closer than it probably should have been. Almost came crashing down
Actually,
with
it
the
might be
Starfucker 2 days ago. Hey, bad
Correction,
jokes.
2-2. 2-2 score.
2-2. We don't want to play more rounds than we've already done.
Yes.
But
Can't get ahead of ourselves.
yes. Now we're going back to customs. We were talking about how everyone hates this site because they won the rotation. So this is exciting. They're not going to
Yes.
bathroom, which has been weirdly more common than I would suspect. At least in Pro League play, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking out that Valkyrie. Let's see if that sticks and whether or not we actually see an IQ 6-pick. So we got a interesting. Most people are actually breaking even for this 2-2, which is pretty representative of a 2-2 scoreline. Everyone being pretty even for their KD and random statistics. And no 6-pick onto IQ, which means that Valkyrie and Mozzie will likely be free to wreak a little bit of havoc.
Yeah, and
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
probably we'll see that Valkyrie get put to good use, as Valkyrie on this site is very, very strong, especially for this site. As basically the way you play this site is you don't play this site. You hold soft roams and then hard hold from upstairs in the CC area, or depending on how you decide to put it. Some people actually hold inside of, like, have one person on site holding from like the very back, and hopefully they get that hatch reinforced, as that hatch kind of gives you the entire site if you have that hatch open, which is why holding upstairs is actually kind of a necessity in some facet.
Yeah, with Thatcher Band, I usually see one person hold down by where the Jaeger is, and that's usually the bandit, just in case they throw extra exorbitant nades through there. Oh, they got 2 of them, so they can't really get rid of that at all, unless they... Because I don't think you have an angle if you invert, repel, and buck. So I think that they're actually pretty... That wall will not be open.
I think they can get it if they have flash grenades. I don't know if they have enough flashes for it though. It will come down to the
they
amount of
do.
flash grenades they have. As if they just start with frag grenades, which they will do. That's gonna get ADS real quick. Yep, and there goes one. So Thermite will come over with the flash grenade and begin burning it.
He's like, wait a minute, why is there so many burned? There shouldn't be that many burned.
Yep, and there we go. Ewoks will decide to go up and start tricking
And now
now.
he's sending it. Does he get it? Yeah, he tricked
Yes,
the
he
wall.
will. Poor helmet. He just wants the wall.
And that was both frags too, so they're not going to be able to get that open.
Will elect to go elsewhere with his remaining charge, but Keldab will get taken down from inside of sight.
Oh, backside of sight's just open.
Yep, it is soft. I don't know if it was a breakdown in how that was made, but nonetheless, we'll get taken down. Very low health bars on Glib here though, so it might actually get turned around here.
Wait,
Keldab does get
just
rezzed. Parad's kills onto Glib, 4v5 now.
And Sophia ran past the bandit.
Oh boy. Yeah,
This is a party.
Oh,
As
plant-
they're planting into it, the plant goes down as we miss this whole mess.
Yeah,
Oh
it's-
boy.
I don't know how that went down, but I mean, we'll take it. Hurlsure gets the kill onto Spooks though with the saw.
Wait, how did the bandit not see the... You see Keldab there as pound. That's perfect just to get helmet. And Jam gets perfect. We're now in a... Okay, that was a round.
Yeah, that was quick.
We
Okay.
saw 2 people just walk right past each other. It was great.
It's
So Sophia walked past the bandit, and the bandit just walked right past the Ash.
yeah, I mean, you just gotta. I don't know. And we will actually be hearing. There was a little bit of a weird vision thing going down, leaning. So that is how that whole scenario went down.
Yeah, 'cause
Unfortunate.
it moved the upper half of the model so that was hidden from line of sight. So that was a rather interesting use of a mechanic that is very core but rather controversial in how it's currently implemented.
hmm But we'll see actually pretty much the same lineup coming out as Customs is the site again. And this will be the final round of the half. And I think Ontario does want to get a 4-2 here, as that would make their defensive side much easier, as they would only have to get 3 rounds instead of 4?
Correct. That is how math works.
Yes, I can do it.
I'm honestly surprised that they're not going back to Vent Workshop because they did have the option to do that.
And really hoping that DJL Waltic goes a little more cleanly next time, as kind of an unfortunate grenade situation going down there. Usually you want to start that with the flashes so you can save the nades so you can stop the trick from happening the second time. But you know, you live and you learn.
5 seconds to go.
They still got their own. Even though the Sophia just walked past the bandit they somewhat knew was there, but
It was a little bit of
good
a
on them for
fiesta.
doing that.
A little bit of a fiesta, but we had fun at that party.
Oh yeah, the Clown Fiesta was great. We did not have an insane cloud posse, so we're doing pretty okay in my opinion.
All the clowns stayed in the car for that fiesta. Jerome's
And
getting
not
taken down left and
making
right
crazy
though.
music. Dude, there's a Mozzie right there. Exciting.
Hoping for some flash grenades here, or might just elect to.
Did he shoot one? No, he tried to see
I don't think so. He definitely wants to try though.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, definitely does. Will we see the same kind of take that we saw last time? I don't think so, as it does look like all of the walls are reinforced this time, thankfully, for the side of Florida, as that was quite a big blunder. Perfect is in bathroom though, so might actually see Keldab as he rotates out into Skylight right now, or Square for some people.
And it looks like Bandit C4 managed to get half of Jam's health there, throwing it out over top of the jail.
Glims. Nitro
I apologize.
collection.
With C4, because I heard it go off and I couldn't exactly tell who threw it.
Either way, that is half his HP gone, so he is now playing on hard mode.
Good effort with that drone. It tried. It hit the bottom of the windowsill.
Sometimes stuff, it just happens.
Yeah.
But we'll actually see Spooks being the first kill of the round as Prods takes him down with Zofia. We'll actually manage to get into the archives area, which is nice for him as he was fighting for that with Spooks for a little bit. And that's actually the beginning of a long... Ooh, right as I say that, the Glib gets a nice shot through the floor onto Jam with a headshot with the P10 Roni with the little Guy Fawkes mask on his gun. Nice little charm there. That was from the one of the Netflix collaboration events, which was like, I think it was like Heist or something. It was another hostage mode.
Yeah, that was a hostage mode that was done with a Spanish group, I believe, who
Yes.
ended up producing that thing. And I love client-sided bodies, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. What Glib may not know is that people are looking for him right now to try and take his life away from him, but that is a very, very drunk, probably, Mozzie instead of jail, as Ewoks gets the kill into Keldev, Hurlsure gets the kill trade onto Ewoks, Perfect gets the kill into Hurlsure, trades going down everywhere, Thermite decides to go for Passport, and right as Vigil tries to peek, does get lit down about half, Wall gets open, so it's fun times all around for this team. Probably gonna try to go for a similar plant they had last time behind the table. I know what it's called. Will almost get taken down, but instead Mud gets taken around by his quarry of mud helmet right there, bringing it to a 2v2. Oh, right this side. Save that. Perfect comes on the amazing flank coming through, getting both of them to finish out the round.
Yeah, this follows along a pretty same pattern of what we've been seeing before, is that Ontario seems to be controlling the first half of the round, and then as soon as they try to transition to the second half, it just seemingly falls apart. Like right there, they were in a really good position to be able to at least plant, and then it somehow just falls apart. Incidentally, in that case, it was the Zofia didn't happen to have sightline on the main hallway there just due to being in Passport. But this is a pretty consistent pattern we've been seeing over the past multiple rounds, and we'll see if that changes at all when we swap sides, which is right now.
And we will see now Ontario's take on a defensive sided half for this map. Already seeing a little bit of a change up with the immediate pick onto Valkyrie, unless they decide to 6-pick and throw all of the things I've been saying out the window yet again. But instead, we'll actually be seeing the Mozzie 6-pick. Curious to see onto what.
Oh, it looks like good old Florida's
Cap
gonna
can.
Oh boy, I guess I wonder if they did the 264 like 420 IQ play where they thought they're gonna rush, because that's what it looks like they set out to with the line, is just kind of send it, and then they just foresaw what was going to occur.
Yeah, I mean, it takes at least 69 brain cells to have that kind of IQ play right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it is that actual kind of play that they are thinking of, but I am curious to see if it is. We will see Keldev is putting down traps around all the entrances, so I don't think it's going to be that kind of a big brain play.
I am also mildly curious to see if they wanted the extra C4. Well, no, Mozzie also had that too, so it must be because they expect a rush.
Yeah.
Because there isn't any other particular reason, except for one of the best defensive guns, I guess?
I guess.
Because the AK is really nice.
AK.
Yes.
AK-12 is Fuse's gun.
What does Capcan have? I could have sworn it was.
It's like an SMG. I forget the exact name. I think it's like the VS 9x12 or something.
Still a very good. Either way, one of the best defensive guns.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a Jaeger ACOG AR, but I don't think anything will be anytime soon. Actually, I take that back. The Alta exists. It's a lawnmower. It's not a gun. It's a lawnmower. But we will see Glib going in for a quick little peek into break room right now. Almost gets almost gets a nice pre-fire kill onto one person inside of offices in the Jaeger of Prod Scurry.
Doing a little bit of spraying and praying, barely missing.
I'm 90% sure that I'm pronouncing Prod's name wrong. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce S-U-R-Y-C. Although backwards it is Cyrus, so who knows. But we'll actually have Keldev getting taken out pretty early on the Capcan. Capcan, unfortunately, not being able to flex the gun we were just talking about.
Oh, and that was a bungled up flash.
Yep, and self-teammate flash has burned the most.
We love that geometry.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful time. Lion charge goes down, and
the first time.
plays a little bit of red light, green light.
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen the drone woo-woo like giant like thing. Wave eruption that spooks manages to get thrown as they're fighting for their lives up there.
Yeah, and oh man, actually it's wall banged by Jam there. What a shot by him. Prods will finish it off with Jam quickly getting glib there. It's a amazing turnaround for the Ontario team right now, as they do get two of the more prominent shots off this team right now, as one does decide to almost gets caught out by Prods inside of office, but no cigar just yet, but they might be getting hinted to each other's presence.
That desk being rather important, is both of them barely missing each other between the desk and the friggin' printer. Doing some fancy stuff with that.
Yeah, and second to last Lion charge will go down. Everyone free. Oh, right to say that. Ewok's killing a Jam. Will actually, very, very close to actually getting spotted out by the Jaeger Prods. Oh no, he doesn't know! All of that teasing only to be brought down by Prods running back to site. That is so unfortunate.
He was checking that all the time too, and he's like, oh, no one's there, and goes for it, and someone was there. Even though he's looking at it for minutes, or at least the 30.
Feels bad.
And they're picking the Lion again, which is kind of curious here, and a Nomad to prevent them rotations. And Nomad isn't particularly indicative to a rush strategy, but it's a very reasonable choice, though with Lion is kind of odd.
I think the Lion choice is more than likely just going there to stop the pushes, as a lot of the people on this team are actually very like in fragger mode. Like frag, you're kind of seeing frag might come out here a little bit, and also Lion might just be his gun is pretty nice. Might be a little bit of a blunder to it, but definitely make people stop moving when they start to go for those pushes is a strong tool to have.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me, is that they're using it as a push assist instead of the we're just gonna throw ourselves into it and see what happens.
And we will. This map actually might be a very, very close one as well, as Florida is just barely ahead right now. And for those who aren't aware of how CEA rules work as far as matches go, for those just joining us, and for those who are just joining us and discovering CEA today, welcome to CEA. It's a collegiate siege league, home to about 152 teams, if I can do my math right. 128 in open, 128 in open, and I think it's 128. Okay, it might be more than that. Either way, over 150 teams. So, a lot of content to be had, and this is the Invite League. This is the top 16 teams from the entire organization. It's kind of similar to a PL type deal, where you have to qualify to get in, and you also have to qualify to get out.
Disqualify to get
out, I guess. Qualify to get out in the way that there is a relegations at the end of every season. And the rules are, as we don't have overtime here, if you get to 6-6, it's just a map draw. And if one person wins one map and then draws on the other map, it is a partial win for the team who won the map that they won. And if they win both maps, it's 2-0, they get 3 points. As this league is based off of a point system, with the tiebreaker being round differential.
Yay points.
Yay points indeed. This is, I believe, week 5 of the season. So, actually, it might be week 6. I think it's week 6 actually. So there is only
larger than 4.
So there's 3 weeks, including the cross-divisional games remaining in the season. Very, very fun times though, and all of the standings and all of that fun information is located in our Discord server, which you can actually check. I believe there is a on the website, which is ceach.com. Oh, and right as I say that, Mudkip gets Jam thrown down with that Fragmite move. And Plant goes down.
And it's planting. Oh boy.
He just kind of single-handedly went into sight. Okay.
Yeah, because there was only one guy behind the half wall, so he just flashed and then just threw it in. As Florida looks like they may end up taking this round because it's a 5v2. Oh boy. And they're just trapping him out with that early plan.
Oh,
And
but Hurlsure has other plans currently. Oh, never mind. Was off to
Yeah,
a great start, and
yeah.
did not finish a great
To
start.
get 4, I think? Was that 3 or 4? At least 3, by my count. At least 3, by my count. Can you throw up the stats?
But
Okay, they got a pick first. That's true. And now we're going to Vent's Workshop here.
Vets
Going
Workshop
down.
definitely kind of a logical second pick to this map, as things weren't necessarily working out for Ontario. Once you get to 2 rounds, gotta get that down and change it. And we will actually see Hurlsure with 10 kills with a KDA of 2 for this map, actually coming in strong right there. Perfect, and
I think it was
Hurlsure
3 as
going
well.
down there.
So
Really,
yeah,
really
so it
hard.
looked like our good friend Mudkip did get a 3-piece. He did not get the full. He did not get 4. So we got 3, the entry and the cleanup at the end. As Capcan gets 6 picked onto a castle.
Yes, sir. And Castle, curious to see if he takes the super shorty, as that is kind of what everyone's been talking about in terms of this operator, as that is his new quote-unquote buff. As he
We
now
can't
has
even see his secondary. I guess that's the one downfall because until he swaps
yeah,
to it.
totally swaps. I don't know if you have a backup shotgun, if you have any additional movement speed bonuses, because like pistol, oh nope, he has pistol. There we go.
No, the backup shotgun does because it's dodging up. Yeah, you do. I believe it is less, but you could see it when the gridlock switched earlier in the round to the super shorty to curve into bathroom when Ontario was attacking.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Right.
So we are getting confirmation that the shotgun is faster than the primary, but it's still slower than pistols, because it's about apparently the same weight as interpreted by the game as SMGs.
Bomb located by attackers.
Secondary SMGs. Weird physics in Siege.
Yes. Weird physics. As someone gets spotted out by the lion upstairs. Let's see if they'll get pushed out by the Ash. As Keldev just pushed at the
Keldev does not care.
Attackers drop the bomb.
As Prods gets perfect here. It gets 2. Shotgun, SMG. Lib gets 1. Keldev gets another. And holy cow, this round's fast. And now we're suddenly in a 2v2 situation with 2 people on site. One person just standing right on top of servers. Oh boy, that was fast. That round
Might actually get. Yeah, this is really quick. Oh boy, and my voice is cracking. This is great. Oh no, he doesn't see him.
Oh, and it goes,
But we'll
oh, now
get
we're in 1v1.
Ewoks.
Castle all the
Ewoks
way up.
Heldev. Where is the diffuser? In vents. So he has a relatively easy time to get to it. Does not know that Heldev is across the map right now. The Valcam will see him, so Keldev does know where he is. Keldev will probably be waiting for some kind of plant signal as he works his way back. But will have to stop moving due to the lion. Probably will make his way back to site now as the plant goes down behind servers, going very slowly. Has to make a move now as the plant is going down.
Attackers are activating the
Will
diffuser.
decide to probably go through the vents side, thinking that it might be vents actually, not knowing that it's actually behind the server rack, which might cause a little bit of chaos for Keldev. But
Yeah, smart on Ewok there to switch his feet around. As you saw, he actually swung his feet around so you couldn't see him from the doorway. We'll see how that turns out. But now, oh yikes. Oh no. Is he gonna vault over and look down? Let's see if he does it. If he vaults over and looks down. Is he gonna vault over and look down?
oh no!
Oh no!
No!
There's not enough time to defuse.
Not enough time.
Diffuser position
Oh
bomb.
my god.
Oh,
I don't
man.
think either of them
Attackers
knew
win.
where each other were exactly, though it did seem like the lion heard him run by.
Mhm.
Yeah, but so after he killed the drone,
That
yep.
plant really did come in strong though for the lion there, as Castle probably thought it was inside of vents. So just that is kind of the usual place to go plant because you kind of want to plant as far away from the other person as possible. But does plant kind of an atypical spot, and that does actually end up helping him win the round there, as we get to a match point now for Florida.
Yeah,
Yep. Partial win secured for Florida, so we'll be getting an interview out of them regardless of the match outcome now.
woo.
And we'll have to figure out what that is between now and then. But for now, gotta go see how this possible last site will go down.
And they're bringing a blitz. Oh boy.
Spooks. Spooks is taking down Blitz though. This is gonna be a spicy round.
Attackers
I don't know
must
if it's
locate and defuse the
uh
bombs if they can.
They
lack of
may be
caring or
they may be getting a little headstrong as they have not lost an attacking round yet. So
on
we'll
this
see
map
if they,
or just in general. I don't believe.
just this map.
Just this map. Okay.
Yeah, so they have a very good percentage as on the day today.
10 seconds left.
Florida has won 10 out of their 11 attacks, which is a very statistically high number. Normally it's usually skews somewhere around 50-50 or 55-45
Attackers are moving
for
to defuse the bomb.
for most games.
Yeah, definitely good RD to be getting for these teams as they start to gear towards playoffs right now. As playoffs are 3 weeks away. So getting very, very down to the wire for these teams who are trying to make a final push for playoffs, and I'm very curious to see what this Blitz is going to do. As Blitz is one of those operators who lives and dies by their ability to block the bullets that they're running face first into.
Also the very key play where you look up while going through your shield, right? Because you can obviously see that much, and people do the same thing with Monty, and I always find it somewhat funny.
Oh boy, he's gonna go into office. This might be a little bad, to say the least.
Well, I think that the Goyo incidentally is a counter pick, almost by accident. I don't even know if because they didn't know the blitz was coming.
Yeah, now they
they
do
know.
at the very least. It's like, I hear a shield. That's not a
Hey.
Monty.
My shield hit. My thing hit the shield. What are we gonna do?
Now office control has been seated.
Yep, because they had to, because they blew up the Goyo shield.
Oh,
But he gets down with the ADS pistol. And no health being taken off, actually, in that particular. Perfect managing to get another one.
yeah, he's going in. I feel it.
He's going for it.
shotgun.
We'll see if the shotgun wins. The shotgun blitz showdown.
Oh,
Oh, he got meleeed, and now we're in a 5v1
5v1.
situation.
all down to
they know.
Goyo.
And now they know exactly where the Goyo is due to the impact. And that was a flawless round.
He was trying really hard to get rid of that claymore. It just would not go off.
Oh, I didn't even realize that that's what that was.
Yeah, he was trying to get the I think actually he could have shot it based on how
No, he couldn't. He had to. Yeah, so he had.
Unfortunately, both ways of either pixel perfect, which is he was trying to do there, unfortunately killed him, or jumping over. I don't know if he just didn't know how far back it was, and maybe if he jumped over, it would have blown up anyways. But unfortunately, that will be the end of the match here, with Florida taking it 2-0. So 3 points for them. Good job to them. And we will be probably getting an interview with one of their players here shortly. As for who, we will find out shortly as well.
Okay, let's be shortly.
And Blitz was a spicy pick to end it out there.
Yeah, that was a little bit surprising, but it looked like it ended up working out where he missed the shotgun, threw all the pellets straight into the middle of the shield, and then got meleeed. So I think that ended up being a perfectly good choice when combined with the lion, which is one of the expected uses, at least from our perspective, anyway.
It does look like we'll probably be getting Spooks in here for this interview, which is kind of nice because I'll get to ask him what was that Blitz.
We also get to ask him what rank he was.
Yeah, we get final confirmation.
We now know, by definition, what he is. We now know.
Yeah, we now know. Blitz is how it's gonna go down. And we'll be getting spooks in here shortly once our little overlay gets set up.
We have some fancy overlays now, and it's great.
Yes. And here's spooks. Congratulations on your win, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And just to put it to rest, which region did you get champion on?
Asia Pacific. I just want to clear that out there. It was not EU.
Okay.
Well,
Because
is
you
that
were getting
even
flamed a
better
little bit
than
in
EU?
chat for it.
No, it was EU. It was EU. All three of them have been EU.
Okay. It's a little
You
bit
were
of
getting
flame coming
aired
out of the
out.
chat there about it.
Yeah, no, I know. Even my whole team was bullying me. It's okay.
But getting into things, what possessed you to pick Blitz for that last one?
We honestly thought they were going to try to go downstairs again, and we wanted to do just a full rush strat to kind of put the nail on the coffin, so to say. So I was like, I don't like to play Monty, and I hate shields, so I might as well try to have fun with it. And one of my favorite headgears in the game, I have on Blitz, so I kind of just thought it was a good chance to use it.
Mm-hmm. And is it by chance the spooky clown one?
Yes, it is. It's called Smile, I think it is.
Yes.
Of course, it's
Exactly what I'm
My
talking
favorite.
about.
So I have to ask, what made you guys choose Amaru on the first if we're going back to the first map of Consulate, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
What made you guys choose Amaru for your first attacking round, and then from what I remember, not use the ability at all?
So historically, I've been performing really well with Amaru lately, especially on Cafe and Consulate, and I think Bank as well. So I kind of just went with a comfort pick for that. I didn't really see an opportunity to use her gadget the way I usually use it, and I kind of died too early to save it for later, so to say.
Mm-hmm. Also, the Goyo impact grenade shield. Why? Why were you using Goyo shields to blow them up and create holes in the floor?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why when he has
Did you
impacts?
have impact?
We did have impacts. It was just I think they make bigger holes, and they're guaranteed to go all the way through the floor. Sometimes when you throw impacts at a distance or at an angle, it may not destroy the floor completely through. So at least with the Goyo shield, you know for sure it's going to go all the way through, and you have a clear line of sight down.
Okay.
Also,
sense.
why the choice for Castle not to have the super shorty?
Castle did have the super shorty actually. During that, are you talking about our workshop round? Yeah, I was playing Castle. We had the super shorty.
Okay. Okay, so it was the other team that didn't have the super shorty.
Yeah, apologize.
Okay.
But that was just more of the questions. When you have a shotgun, was just so that your time and setup more better used in that particular case for that?
No, we kind of just decided to do that on the fly, and I didn't know if I was going to be the one upstairs or on site. We were going to do just 4 people up top, 1 person site with all the holes to view from above. And I just like having the super shorty to make rotates. Usually when I play Mozzie, that's the main gun that I'm holding for the majority of the round unless I'm in a gunfight. I just like to make on-the-fly rotate holes that I can just quickly move through different rooms.
Okay. So another question being on the customs hold, how shook was your teammate, whoever was playing Bandit? I can't remember off the top of my head who was playing it.
Yeah, that
when
was Ewoks.
Ewoks, when Sophia kind of just appeared next to him.
Oh, there are probably words that I can't say on air to describe his reaction to it.
Solid. Okay, and
we saw it on our side where Sophia just walks by twice. By the band. Like, huh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to roam I'm literally just trying to walk around and listen for footsteps, and I just hear yelling, and it kind of scares me, and I kind of don't know what to do for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We were just not completely prepared at all for that round.
And then the lack of reinforcements on passport/security.
Yeah,
was that
so some of our guys just got a little overexcited and wanted to kill people, and just kind of forgot to do their jobs there.
Okay. So it was the spawn peak syndrome kind of coming in strong for getting to reinforce.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I got. Coin, you got any more for him?
No, I believe that's it for me as well.
Okay, well, I want to congratulate you again on your 2-0 here, getting 3
Cool, thank you,
points
thank you.
for those playoff spots.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we will actually be having another CEA cast tomorrow, I believe, at 8:30. So all of y'all beautiful people in the chat, if y'all would like to come here tomorrow around 8:30, you'll be seeing another game from CEA coming down. And just a final plug for our sponsors, we got What's New.gg, the merch store that will be actually putting some stuff on a CEA in the very near future. And other teams inside the league actually got some stuff on there too. We got Corsair, which is a new sponsor as well, coming in helping us with our giveaways and our prize pool. Actually, we got some pretty cool stuff from there. I actually use Corsair stuff myself. It's pretty great. It's pretty great stuff. And also our returning sponsor, Rogue Energy. Use code CEA at checkout for a nice 10% on your discount. And since everyone's getting to midterms pretty soon, Rogue Energy might be a worthwhile investment for you right there. Study hard, study with some Rogue Energy, get better grades.
Pull all
Just
the
study hard.
all-nighters.
Oh
We
yeah,
don't
all the
suggest that.
all-nighters.
We don't suggest
For
that.
sure.
Totally enjoy.
And my name is Bonsai. His name's Coinman. And then also shout out to our wonderful caster, not caster, observer, Carpe, for logging all the action for us to go look at and talk about all the time. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Wishing that I could run away with you. Imprisoned by fear, just pull me away, pull me away. Secret fantasies of me. Will they ever see the light of day, light of day? I don't know where you are, but I will find you. I will find you. So if you're out there, just run until the edge and fall into me and see where this could end. Make a wrong right and leave this world behind. Can you hear me? Do you feel me? I don't know where you are, but I will find you. I will find you. Wishing that I could run away with you. Imprisoned by fear, just pull me away, pull me away. Secret fantasies of me.